Extraordinary Technology Conference, I have Paul Pantone. He is a well-known name in alternative energy. There have been a lot of people who have come through his door, across his website. He's been around for decades in this field. Controversial figure. He's loved by a lot of people, hated by a few people on the fence, but he's done a lot of good. I know Paul quite well. We're in phone conversation a lot. We've been in person before. If I could just do a synopsis, the thing that he's probably most famous for is this device, this idea of a bubbler where you're taking fuel. You could put really dirty stuff in here, and with this process he's able to run an engine cleanly, efficiently, and there's a lot of application. He does an academy where people come take classes. How many people have taken your classes?
In the last 3 years, about 500.
500 people. And
about 25% of them hold engineering degrees or PhDs.
Okay. A lot of PhDs have taken an interest in this more overseas than in the United States.
Yes.
You are more famous and revered in Europe than you are in America.
In France right now, they are teaching this at universities. You can actually go in and take the class on GEET.
Okay.
And learn how to put this on tractors and cars, whatever you want.
Take a 5-credit course on GEET in Europe.
Right.
Okay.
Or a one-week crash course.
But in Utah, they won't cover you on the local news.
I'm not allowed on the campus here.
Okay.
Not in the United States.
So, but you've had a hard time getting things into the marketplace and getting funding.
Well, I'm trying to concentrate on something that would have the greatest impact on mankind, cleaning
up
the planet.
Okay.
GEET.
Okay.
And this is not politically friendly.
Because?
The government gets too much money in road tax.
And who else?
Oil companies, OPEC.
Okay. How many people have put one of these things on their car, and what happens when they put them on their car?
Over 37,000 people took the free plans off the internet and wrote us emails saying that they had put it on engines, and they were running all over Europe, the United States, Africa.
Now, I want to talk about that for a second.
Go
because
ahead.
on my website, where I do a feature on you,
yeah.
I give you the Big Talker Award.
Yeah.
Every time we talk, there's something that's going to happen next week. And here we are 2 years later, and none of those 2 weeks have ever materialized.
I'm supposed to be on stage right now. As soon as we're done here, I'm walking in. I'll be making some announcements, and I will be closing my doors to the public tomorrow. When I walk out of here tomorrow, my doors are closed to the public. If you're not already involved with me, you will not be able to get a hold of me. I will not be returning calls or emails, except people I know. So
and you're not going to tell me why?
I will not tell anybody
not right
why.
now. In 2 weeks, next week.
On Tuesday, I'll tell you.
You'll be able to tell me.
Yes.
Okay, on Tuesday. This is an interesting dance we do here, Paul, because we've had conversations like this a lot of times.
Yes, we have.
Yeah. You've had to do some politics because of the reputation that you've gotten based on some, no one's perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. You're thinking 5 years ahead of the time. People are giving you money based on what you say is going to happen next week. It doesn't happen next week. They get mad. They get angry. They go to the Attorney General and they say, do something about Paul Pantone.
Well, if you knew the truth about what you just said, you'd find that is not the case. You'd find that is not the case. Some of the people that went in and filed complaints were employees who were involved in stealing $440,000 from me.
So there's some conspiracy, some dirty stuff going on.
Yeah, and 8 crooked attorneys, one after another, that were supposed to be working for me, that turned around and they were working for the Attorney General. They took all the documents to defend me, handed them to their new partners, and said, here's what Paul's going to use to fight you.
Well,
now, it's pretty hard to fight the system.
It is, but we believe in that war can be fought and can be won through cooperation, through open sourcing, and you have a lot of people who have replicated this, and I have met people who have built your device and say it works. And so I can tell you, as a witness of people who have who've witnessed to me independently with no strings attached, that your stuff works.
Well, we have some pictures here. 2 young boys in Palm Springs area built it and put it on their own engine. And those 2 boys won first prize, made ABC News, the newspaper. They're 11 years old, and they were running their engine on Windex and pickle juice. We have people all over the world that send us newspaper articles like this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it works.
So what's... But go ahead.
When you have a system out there that does not want you there, and people willing to pay enough money to buy off friends, and by people that are real good church, solid church people, where they end up being excommunicated very shortly thereafter. But those are the witnesses against me. They're all the people that burned me and my wife.
You have a reputation of being very litigious.
Uh-huh.
You've got a lot of people who have taken your idea, have done modifications, have basically acted like it was their idea to begin with, and that makes you mad, and so you say, I'm going to see you in court.
Yeah.
And so we see a lot of times, you know, Paul Pantone's talking about, I'm going to sue this guy, I'm going to take this guy to court, and you're in court. Do you think maybe it would be more productive if you would let that go and just do the science and just do like Tesla, just, you know, I know you need to be taken care of. I know you deserve, you know, something for what you've done. And you...
This is just the beginning of the discoveries we have. We have 197 discoveries that we can document that are not found in science books. It's going to take me at least 2 years to write the entire science book series from first grade level through advanced college.
So this is going to give you a sabbatical to get some of this stuff written.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And as far as my going after all the crooked attorneys and all the other crooks that rip me off, I don't need to. I'm just going to print the truth on the internet with the evidence.
Well, until Tuesday.
It'll be very controversial.
This has been Sterling Allen with the Open Source Energy Network interviewing Paul Pantone. Thank you.
It's been fun.